Hello fellow developers and welcome to On the Click, the series where I show off helpful Clickteam Fusion tips in a short amount of time. Today we're going to be covering tile sets. So, let's say you have a game like Undertale and you want to use tiles to make backgrounds or levels for it. So, this should help you out with that. Now, on with the tutorial. So first you're going to open Fusion and we're going to click on New Application. We're going to go to our Frame 1. And before we can even start doing anything with tiles at all, we need to set up our tile grid. To do that, we're going to have to click on this little gear button right here that says Grid Setup. And we're going to have to set up the grid in such a way where each tile on the grid matches our tile size, which for the tile sheet that I'm using, our width and height is both 16 by 16. So I'm going to keep it the way it is. You're also going to want to make sure you turn on Draw Lines, unless you want just dots in between your grid, then you can do that too, but for the sake of this I'm going to turn on Draw Lines. So we're going to press OK. That's going to save our grid settings. Then we're going to go click on this button to show the grid. So as you can see here, each little square here is a 16 by 16 square where we can place tiles on the grid. We're also going to be sure to turn on Snap to Grid. It'll make our job of placing tiles much easier in a couple minutes. So be sure you do all of that. Now on to actually getting tiles for you to place. So it's preferable if you have your own tiles, but in case you don't, there's this website here called opengameart.org that I like to go to and just scroll for tiles that fit my needs. So if you don't have your own tiles or are looking for a specific tile set that you don't already have, this site is a great resource for you. But yeah, now on to actually placing the tiles. So first we're going to right click, and then we're going to press Insert Object. We're going to be an active object. Okay. We're going to place it. We're going to put it over here in the corner. Then we're going to rename. We're going to call it Tile Set. And we're going to double click. We're going to open. Then we're going to click on the tile set that I downloaded previously for this tutorial. And right now, if I just import this right as it is right now, then it's going to import the whole tile set as one picture. And that's not what we want. So we're going to re-import it. However, we're going to select the... First, we're going to unselect that. First, we're going to select the Sprite Sheet option, and then we're going to select the size of each sprite, which, as I already mentioned, was 16 by 16 pixels. So once we have that selected, you can see the sprite isolated. We're going to press OK. But now, however, you see, only one of our tiles actually imported. Why would this be? Well, the thing is, we didn't actually import all the tiles. So I need to re-import it, and to import every tile, I also need to select Import as Animation. And now you see here, it has all my tiles selected. So then we're going to press OK. And as you see here, all my tiles have now been imported as separate sprites into this object. This is just what we need. So now we're going to press OK, and we're going to zoom in a little bit. It might lag, but that's okay. Your future will survive. And you can see that our tile is now snapping to each little square on the grid. That is just what we want. So now we're not actually going to paint with this. We're just going to have this in the corner as our little hub object, I guess you could say. So if we want to actually paint with tiles, first we need to select a tile we want to paint with. So let's say we want to paint with this tile right here, frame number 5. We're going to create a new object, active. It could also be a backdrop, but active is easier. And we're going to rename it. I'm going to call it Top Wall Tile. And we're going to go here. We're going to select the tile that we want, and we're going to copy the frame of animation. And we're going to put it into this tile. Delete the original active frame. Make sure hotspot and action point are all centered. And we're going to keep this one up here. Now, if we want to actually paint the tile, what we need to do is we need to go up here, and we're going to select Paint Mode. Now normally, you're not going to see a difference just yet, because we need to select the object we want to paint with on the sidebar here. And then you're going to see the object is now overlaying my cursor. Now it's important that you select the object you want to paint with from the sidebar here and not actually on the screen itself, or else it won't work. So to actually paint, we're going to just hold click, and it will paint with that object. So I'm going to turn it off, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. And you can see that we are actually painting with all these tiles. And I just simply repeat this process for each new tile that I want. Like, I'm going to clone this just so I can do this faster. I put this over here. If I want like another tile, like, you know, this wall tile, I can copy it, paste, delete this, Make sure this is centered. Go out again. And then rename. So we can say left wall tile. Go back into paint mode. Select it. And then we can paint it on the wall. Or over here if we wanted to. And then I can just run my application. And you can see we have painted with tiles. This odd shape. So, in actuality, I don't actually recommend you use this method. It's more efficient if you use your own custom library, but that's for a future video. But yeah, this is how you do basic tile painting in Clickteam Fusion 2.5. Be sure to like, subscribe, comment if you want. Join my Discord server if you need any help with this sort of stuff. I'm usually available, and all that other stuff. So yeah, have a nice time.